to realize that to remove all of these plenty information, and then to begin one after the other. Clear the ground, set it, we lay the foundation so that we can move. All right. So today, these are the things we are going to learn. We'll learn to sound readings, and then we'll learn some things in relation to pitch. By the way, when you sing a song like this, when you sing a piece, when you try to interpret a piece, what you are just doing is a simultaneous combination of pitch and reading. You are piecing two things together, pitch and reading, simultaneously. That is the basic thing in interpreting staff notation. Pitch, reading, putting them simultaneously, and then you're singing a song. Are we together? Yeah. And if you are very, very good, you can, for the first time, be combining both the pitch with the lyrics, sounding the lyrics on the pitch, as well as applying the reading of what you are seeing. So we're going to begin gradually. We'll lay the foundation gradually, and I wish to let you know that we are building, and so your attention, maximum attention is needed. Consistency in attending the class is important. If you skip a class, it's going to tell on you. If I give an assignment, you don't do it, it's going to tell. You do it, it will show. So your ability to be able to read music at the end of the day is dependent on how much you're going to give into what I have given to you. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. On my parts, I'll give you what you need. But at the end of the day, you need to hold what I have given to you. And one way to hold it is to ensure that you do all the assignments I tell you to do. And it will remain with you and will take it to your grave. Are we together? Mm-hmm. People don't like to hear grave. But that will be the rest of this for everyone. Anyway, so what we have there is this is the 4/4 time signature. The time signature is usually placed at the beginning of the piece, so it's not written there. You have 3 bits off. You have quantity, quantity, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something of that sort. Okay? All right. I know it's looking like magic, right? Don't worry. Let us begin with things that will be very relatable to you. And then we move from that which is relatable to you to that which is just continue to add so many things until we can maybe no longer take to me, and then we move with another class. Are we together? All right. So I'll begin with some notes. I'll try as much as possible to avoid bombarding you with many names and technical names, so that you don't get discouraged and say, this class, too many information. This stuff, are you sure we can learn it? And I've learned it when I was a child. Anyway, let us begin with things we can release. I like to begin with this guy. If you want to know the name, good and fine. And has 2 names. Either a semi-brief or a whole notes. Whenever you see him in the 4-4 time signature, you're very familiar with 4-4. Whenever you see him in the 4-time signature, 4-4 time signature, just think of 4 counts. When you see this guy, just think of fruits. The whole fruit, maybe a ball of watermelon or an orange, peach. Oh, you remember that? You can remember that the name is a whole fruit. Are we together? Or if you like, you can call him a semi-way. Whichever way is fine. But the most important thing is whenever you see, think of how many counts? 4 counts. And let us sound him with this far and count 4. And be sure that we are able to tell who this guy is. Are we together? So you sustain for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, go. I have 5. I want 1 note. Go. All right. See, it's very, very simple, isn't it? The next guy, he has a note head. And then a stem. He has 2 names once more. Okay? It's composed of a note head and a stem. It can appear either this way or this way. Either way is the same guy. Are we together? Okay. So he is known as a half note. Whenever you see him, think of a fruit that is divided into 2 equal halves. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. All right. Think of a fruit that is divided into how many? 2 equal halves. So you can know him as a half note. The other name is a mini. Semi-brief whole notes, meaning half notes. Either way is fine. If you can't remember meaning, just remember half notes. Are we together? Are we together? Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. So whenever you see this guy, think of it's half of this, right? So you will have how many counts? 2 counts. In a 4-4 time signature, you will have 2 counts. Are we together? All right. So the next note I will give you for now, I'll give you for now. Let's do just 3 for now, and then we build up. We keep building until we can see some of these guys and love them. By the way, it's a month of love, right? Love what it is first. There is none of them gets jealous. If you love one of them, it's fine. All right, a shredded note head and a stem. It could also appear this way: a shredded note head and a stem. Whenever you see him, think of the note. Think of a pot. You know, so if you have a very big note like this, all notes, this guy, when we separate them into 2 equal halves, we have gotten 2 of this guy, isn't it? By the time we separate it into, we divide each of the halves into equal. We split them in halves. We split the halves in halves. Then we have how many quarters, isn't it? So what would this guy be? What's his name? Yes, quarter. So if this is full and this is half, this would be what? Quarter, isn't it? Yeah, the other name would be a crotchet. I believe the ladies will be able to remember this. It sounds something like what they do. Yeah. So semi-brief or full notes, whole notes, medium or half notes, crotchets or quarter notes. Are we together? In a 4-4 time signature, this we have how many counts? 4 counts. This we have how many counts? 2 counts. This we have how many counts? 1. This we have how many counts? 4. This we have how many counts? 2. This we have how many counts? 1. So let us sound a reading. I'm going to write something on the board. Usually, rhythms are notated in straight lines, just a single line. Because they don't have pitch, we use straight lines to notate rhythms. You don't need to write what I have on the board, otherwise you write that. The most important thing is having it here. All right, so let's do this. This is what I said. You don't need to draw. How many counts? Four. All right. So, by the way, the end of a session is usually given by a double bar line. So we have a double bar line here, you can see it. All right, let's begin. C is a symbol for common time, and common time is simply 4. Are we together? Oh, sorry. Thank you. So C, this symbol C simply means full. It's short for common time. Common time simply means 4 times signature. All right, 4, not 4/4, not a fraction. Are we together? Okay, so let's sound this reading together. 1. I'm waiting for it. Can we do it now? 1, 2, 3, go. Sound it now.
Every part. Oh, what's up?
Yes, you can do this part because you can sustain it. Right? Are we together? 1, 2, 3, go. You are very intelligent. You see, these things are not difficult, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to show you some readings. And I'd like you to notice. Oh, sorry. To send you this book through your master. So I'll send you this book that I'm going to book. Use it very well. They said if you want to hide something from a black mask, so at the end of the day, we'll know whether that statement is true or false. Sorry, I should have restarted the system quite quickly. Okay, so let's sound some of the readings in this book. So we get the new information, we continue to layer until we have layered enough. Okay. And everyone see this? I think it's bold enough. All right. So we are singing up, whole up, because that is what we have learned so far, right? Whole notes, half notes, quarter notes. Okay. So exercise 1. Let us begin. 1, 2, 3, go. Good. Exercise 2. 1, 2, 3, go. In my experiences, because it's very simple when we begin, if I eager to choose your own speed, your own tempo, not the tempo given speed. Problem, I'm not going to complain. The point to be reached here, they getting me to reduce it. As the government does. Anyway, exercise 3. In a piece of music, sometimes, music does not always begin on the first beat of the bar, like you have in exercise 3. For instance, the national anthem you used to know. Or one of the songs we are singing in the last liturgical season. Oh, yeah. So whenever a piece of music does not begin on the first beat of the bar, it is referred to as an anacrusis. Anacrusis is spelled anacrusis. Are we together? So, whenever a piece of music does not begin on the first beat of the bar, it is referred to as an anacrusis. And usually, what happens is that the end of the piece is usually not complete. The last bar is usually not complete to compensate for the way the music started. So if you look at exercise 3, it is starting on the last beat of the bar. By the way, in a 4/4 time signature, there are 2 beats that are very strong. You have the first beat and the third beat. The first, of course, is stronger than the third. But the first beat is a strong beat, the third beat is a strong beat. The second beat is a weak beat. The fourth beat is the weakest beat. Are we together? Are we together? If you have played a drum or you have beaten a pulse to a song, for instance, you would usually beat the pulse on the strong beat of the back. Usually, people need to know whether it's strong or not strong. Your mind will just tell you to tap on that strong beat. That is why our ears can perceive notations. Perceive not just rhythms, strong and weak beats naturally. You just realize that you can perceive it. If a piece of music is written in a duple time signature, I don't know how it comes to time signatures, but I know you already have some ideas in relation to time signatures. Yeah, so if a piece of music is written in a duple time signature, meaning the top note is 2, or the triple time signature, meaning by that the top figure is 3, or in the quadruple time signature. I'm speaking of single time signatures now, meaning by that the top figure is 4. You can sense it, you can perceive it, isn't it? If I'm to ask you to beat into this song, so let's go. Let me feel you. 1. You see, you are tapping in the strong beat, the first beat of the bar, right? Good. So not every piece begins on the strong beats. Some piece may begin on the weakest beats of the bar, like you have here. In this case, we are not dealing with songs yet, we are dealing with readings. And this reading begins on the weakest beats. If you were to beat to the former national anthem, the person who is playing that beat drum, when we are in primary and secondary school, for those that are primary school hard drums. So if you have to beat, you can't beat that beat drum on the first notes. If you say so let me feel you beat something. So you realize that you can't beat to the first notes. Naturally, nobody will beat to the first notes because it still makes sense, right? Anyway, let us move on. So let us have the reading of exercise 3. If you are confused, please do not hold it on and ask and be saying in your mind, why is everybody standing there? Just call my attention. Are we together? Yes, please. On the beats. The first two, it began music. Music. Like music. Okay. So abide with me. You know abide with me. Abide with me begins on the first page on the back. Abide with me. Begins on the first bit of the bar. There's so many songs that begin on the first bit of the bar. Yeah. All right, so let's deal with 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, go. Verse 7. It comes again from the beginning. Try not to miss a note. Stop the notes in the beginning. Or some again, attack, even though it's a weak beat, attack. 1, 2, go. Beautiful. You should clap for yourself. At the end of the day, you should be able to notice that pa. Now you'll be clapping. Right? Okay, exercise 4. 1, 2, 3, go. Beautiful. Exercise 5. You see, you have another analysis there. Unfortunately, the writer of this song didn't respect our rule. Or rather, he did this because he wanted to introduce something. There is something he has not introduced. Anyway, let's deal with 5. 1, 2, go. All right. Now let me show you how to use this book, because I told you I'll give you the book. I'm not scared giving you the book. Some people don't like to teach because they feel by the time they teach, you know what they know, and they lose their relevance. I don't belong to that category. I believe that I can always get to where I am. I believe. And so I'm not scared to give out. In fact, it can even become better than I am. Yes. It doesn't mean anything. Anyway, so this is how to use this book when you have it, when you get it. Each of the exercises has a footnote. You have a footnote. Now, the reading of the first exercise you teach something familiar, something familiar. You sounded this reading. Pa, 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 pa. I think yesterday. And we have seen this. I've seen it. It's not the episodes. It's twinkle, twinkle, little star. Sweet. For those that went to primary nursery, for those of us that went to Papu. Anyway, so number 2 is reading of Little Brown Dog, whatever that is. Number 3, reading of Bingo. Number 4, rain, rain, go away. So let's see if we're right. I don't know what the many videos are. Anyway, so that's it. Ready? Joyful and triumphant, oh come, people coming to them. Now, because he has not introduced it to certain things, this second to the last bar, he didn't represent it as it should be represented. Because all we are doing for now is we are sounding whole notes, half notes, and what? Quarter notes. Are we together? Yes. This understood so far? Yes. All right. Number 3, we have a new idea, and I'm going to explain that idea. The dotted notes. Dotted half notes. There are 2 ideas, 2 new things we have in that reading exercise 6. Before the end of this class, you should be able to at least sing one song, sing a hymn. Because I believe that every theoretical knowledge should be followed with something practical. We have to relate every theoretical thing we study with something practical so that it will always remain stick to our minds. Right? Okay. Now, what is the function of a dot? You can see in bar 4. A dotted half notes or a dotted meaning. What does the dot do? A dot makes a note half as long. It increases the value of a note by half of its duration. You say currently tariff of phone call has been increased. We want to be careful with that HDMI cable. We need to shift it small. Affecting the display. I hope you all realize that if you increase the tariff for calls, if you don't do that's now we realize that your airtime. Yes, because the increased tariff. How many percent? It's by 50%. It's by 50%.
I know for a fact that the data about yesterday increased by so the 50%.
No. So I learned this by 50%. How much was text message before? And you send a text message. How much is it? 6 naira. So they plotted the tariff. You get what I'm going to. It does elongate the note by half of its value. So that's which was 4 naira for text message was dotted. It's now how much? 6 naira. So let me explain in mathematical terms. We dealt with this note, right? We said it has how many counts? 4. What did we say his name was? Semi-green or what? Whole notes. Whole notes. Remember whole notes. Yeah. When we dot the semi-green, it is as good as having semi-green. What is half of semi-green? What is half of semi-green? Or half notes. So 4 plus 2, which will make how many? 6. In a 4 signature. Just bear that in mind. In a what? 4 times signature. Or any time signature that has 4 beneath. And we shall explain what that means as we progress. Are we together? All right. If we have a meaning, how many counts or half notes? How many counts? And we got it. What is it going to give us?
3/4.
3. No, not 3/4. 3. What is half of 2? 1. 2 plus 1. 3. Half of 2 is 1. 2 plus 1. 3. If we have a crotchet or what? Or quarter note. What's the duration? The 4 times signature? 1. And we got it. 1.5. I hope you understand the logic. Okay. A dot makes a note longer by half of its original value. So when you see a dot placed by a note, you ask yourself first of all, what is the duration of the note without the dots? If it's 4 counts, right? What is half of 4? 4 plus 2. So it means when you dot a note that has 4 counts, it will have how many counts? 6 counts. When you dot a note that has 2 counts, how many counts will you have at the end of the day? 3. Because half of 2 is what? 1. 2 plus 1, 3. If you have a note that has a count and you dot it, it will be what? 1 and what? Half. Are you together? Makes sense now? All right. So that is one piece of information that is new in number 6. The next piece of information that is new is on the second to the last bar to the last bar. Second to the last bar to the last bar. What do you have there? You have a call, something that's a call, right? Something like this. And that is the tie. I have a very simple name, tie. A tie and a slot look alike. Sometimes we write it in capital letters. Well, yes. So the tie and the slot they look alike, but now we are dealing with the tie. What does a tie? What's the function of a tie? A tie is joins 2 notes of the same pitch. 2 notes of the same pitch. A tie, 2 notes of the same pitch. Only 2 notes. It connects 2 notes of the same pitch. In this case, we are dealing with rhythm, so we are not yet dealing with pitch or pitches. At the end of the day, we are going to see its effect when we are doing normal songs, right? But when you see a tie, and it connects 2 notes, You sound the first, you sustain the other. Are we together? You sound the first, you do what? You sustain the other. In other words, it turns both notes to one sound. Are we together? Now that I have explained the new things we are seeing in exercise 6, let us deal with exercise 6. Are we together? You may now shift the camera for those who want to see the screen. 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-4 time signature. It means there are three hits in the bar. We'll explain what the 4 minute means very soon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, go. It was happening. You missed it? Yes. Come from here. Are we there? 1, 2, go. No. Turn it to one sound. Second to the last beat. Go. Second. Can we proceed? Can we proceed? Are you sure? Yes. Let me hear you.
I have a question. So the first bar,
Okay.
and then the fourth.
First and the fourth. Okay.
It's the same thing.
Bar.
Okay.
The first bar, you have a medium and a crotchets. Half notes and a quarter notes. The fourth bar, you have a dotted medium.
Which is 3 counts.
Which is 3 counts. So in the first bar, you have pa.
Okay.
Pause. Pa. Is that clear?
Yes.
And yes, you want to say something?
The last one.
The last one.
Last one.
The last one. Okay. Now, because of the tie, you can see the tie, that's 4, right? It turns both notes to one sound. Without the tie, you would have sounded 3 beats, 3 beats. With the tie, it's going to be 6 beats. Because you turn the other one, you added that other guy to the first, right? You've given it one sound. So it will be pa. Any other question? Can we move? Yes. Yes. So that is how you differentiate the time from slow. Because they look alike, they are all chords. They look alike. What will make you know which is which is that the time connects 2 notes of the same pitch, the same what that means. While a slow will connect 2 or more notes but of different pitches. Are we together? All right. 7. Let's deal with 7. And then when we get to number 8, we introduce a new idea. 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's make it faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, go. Beautiful. 8. Now I'm giving you a new idea. This guy, nice guy. He has a note head. A stem and a flag. So this is called a flag. It can appear this way or this way. It's called the quiver or what? By now we should have followed the logic. What is the other name? What's his other name? No, no. It's either a quiver or what? Or what? What's the other name?
8 notes.
8 notes. Let's clap for it. I've gotten the problem. Because this guy is a whole note, right? This guy is a half note. This guy is quarter. So this guy will be what? Like this. So the right is dgq-ciqh-csz to be this. Are we together? All right. How did you know? Are you sure you didn't just guess because you saw it on the board?
No, I'm looking a bit. Oh, I need to that.
Oh,
It's the one by one.
okay. So let us deal with it. Now, when two quavers appear together, sometimes they love themselves too much. Instead of just working like that, they can decide to put their hands on the other. They're working like this. So instead of having the flags as you have on the board there, you could remove the flag and introduce what is called a B. B is spelled B-E-A-F. Are we together? So whether it appears this way or as it is on the third bar of exercise 8, it's a quiver. Are we together? And it means 2 quivers or 2 8 notes will equal to what notes? 1 quarter notes. 2 8 notes will equal to what? 1 quarter notes. Are we together? Right? 2 quavers will equal to 1 what? Yes, what's the other name for quarter notes? Projects. All right. So that's how we read it in exercise 6. It's still an anacrosis, and you can see that he respected what we have usually. You can see that this bar is incomplete. It's 3 bits to compensate for the way the music started. So this is bar 1. We don't usually count the anacrosis bar or pick up bits as specific. So this is bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, and the close on that. Anyway, let us sound the review. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, go. Again, let's sound aloud so I'll be sure that you know it. If you don't know it, I'll correct you. That's why I'm here. Are we together? 1, 2, go. Please sound it aloud so that those who are inside that can hear you very well. Sound it very well. If you don't know it, if you make a mistake, I'll correct you. So, pa. Again, 8 louder. 1, 2, go. No, 3 counts. Pa. Again, from the beginning. 8. 1, 2, go. Beautiful. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, go. Oh, yeah, someone invented something. Someone invented something. Look at it very well. Exercise 9. 1, 2, go. Sorry. 1, go. Second, are we together? Can we build? All right, let's do more things on reading. Actually, we just finished 9, right? Yes. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, sorry, it's 4. It's 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, go. Beautiful. 11, go. So if you have any challenge notating, sounding any reading, you can simply go to the footnotes, type the song on YouTube and listen to it. But you have to be very, very intelligent because sometimes the reading will be an extract from the middle of the piece and not from the beginning of the piece. So you have to be very careful. Anyway, 12. Let's do 12. Some new ideas have been introduced in 12. This is a new idea, a dotted project. And then this is also a new idea. Okay, so we can draw a table. And then maybe just a little table if you wish. You can decide. You can decide to do this and place ahead of these notes. They are rest symbols. Usually, I define music. By the way, you will have to find the definition of music because music is so wide that to define it is very difficult. We check music dictionaries and music encyclopedias. You have hardly seen. I'm yet to see any music dictionary that defines music. It defines every other thing in music, and it shies away from defining music because it's challenging to define music. Anyway, but usually I make bold to describe or define music as a combination of a creative combination of sound and silence, to capture one's feelings, emotions, one's ideology, whatever it may be. So as you will see, there are times that we are also silent, and silence is notated with what we refer to as rests, and rests have symbols. The semi-brief or whole note has its equivalent rest symbol. The meaning has its equivalent rest symbol. Same with the crotchet and this guy, a quiver. Okay? All right. The semi-brief rest symbol is beneath the line. Not just any line, the first line. The meaning rest is above the line. It's just a rectangular thing that is placed above the line. Okay? Above the third line, usually. Beneath the fourth line, above the third line. Crotchet rest symbol looks like this. That is how, I guess, we draw it using your hand. And then the quiver rest symbol looks this way. There is also another symbol that represents a crotchet. And that symbol looks like this, but it's not this. You never put it like this. So either this or this is the crotchet rest symbol. So when we get to this point of exercise 12, it means we'll be what? It will be silent for how many counts? 1 count, right? Here will be silent for how many counts? 1 count. Now take a look at this. I will help you with this. This will be pa, 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 pa. This bar. Pa, 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 pa. If you were to be tapping each note, you would touch this before you sound the notes. Pa, 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 pa. You can see when I put my hand, that's when we sounded the guy, right? Because you added half of it into this form, right? Are we together? So, pa, 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 pa. Let's do this first. 1, 2, 3, go.
Pa, 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 pa.
Are you okay?
This part
That's okay.
So ask the question, we are getting to that. Otherwise, yes, it's very important. So it's putting the light. That's all before the very first one. So the first key type of position. That's all this Oh my God.
All right, so please, we are going to end this class by 12:25. Are you tired?
No.
Otherwise, I'll just start my session. Thank you very much. At the end of the day, maybe the one goes in. And anyway, any questions so far? Sorry, brother. You had a challenge, right?
Yes, I'm very challenge.
Psychologically, Victor. I'm not very good with names, but that's why I didn't want to ask all of your names. But at least maybe gradually we get to know. I get to know you. So, Victor, any challenge? Yes, which part? Second and third part. This, this, and which one? Okay. Do you have challenges with your vision? Does it seem to be squeezed? Okay. All right. Okay, so this bar and this bar, we dealt with this one. Now, because this guy is without, let us imagine this is a project, right? It will be bar, 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 bar. If they were all projects. But this is a dotted project. Half of this guy was emptied into this one. So this will sound longer than this, and this will sound shorter than all of them. Are we together? Yeah, so if we were to be tapping on each note, it will be pa, 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 pa. I will tap on this before I sound it. Let us do something here. Take a look at this. Let's do this. Look at this. Notice this reading. Beautiful. Now, this guy, not sounding. Don't just sound it. Be silent when you get the sound is coming. Okay, let us do. Now, add this guy into him. Add him to this. In other words, I'm just going to sustain this longer. Okay, let's go. That's it. So let's do it. Part 12. 1, 2, 3, go. No, he's not happy. He's not happy. In the case that he became the snake. Let us go again. 12. 1. You know your mistake? Yeah. All right, let's do 1, 2, 3, go. Is one rest. So this is pa 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 because it has 4 counts. For those who have functionality, do that. And then last bar pa pa because you have 2 rests in between the projects. 13. 1, 2, go. Again, go. No, you're doing pa, pa. That's pa, pa. We are putting some rest in between the notes and shortening the other notes. It's a long note. Pa, 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 pa. Are we together? Yes. All right, let's do this. That's it. Go. It's 2 counts. Even this is to sound. Again, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, Go. Anyone who has a challenge? Yeah, I know I can hear some things that are not. Yes, yes, here's the challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same thing with this. It's the same thing with this. So, pa. That's what that bar is. Coming to 5. Pa. Okay? So if you have a challenge, you can just deal with the bar, move to the next bar, deal with it. Okay, put them together. Are we together? Are we together? All right, 13. 1, 2, 3, go. Beautiful. All right. Let's introduce maybe 1 or 2 more things in relation to speech or reading. You can go and do all of this 14 to 16 at home. Take note of the time. Take note of the time. Take note of the time. Let's end reading here today because we don't have much time. Let's end reading here. I did say that reading music is you are doing 2 things, combining both speech and what? Reading. Good. Now, speech in music are represented in lines and spaces. Right? We say a staff has 5 horizontal lines and what? 4 spaces. A staff has 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces. If you ever forget, just look at your finger. 5 fingers. How many spaces in between? And 4 spaces. 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces. Each of these lines and spaces correspond to a pitch on the keyboard. Each of the lines and spaces. And the question you would ask is, how can 5 lines and 4 spaces represent all the pitches you have on the keyboard? A piano has over 88 keys. So how can we represent 88 keys on 5 lines and 4 spaces? They're insufficient, isn't it? 5 plus 4, 9. So it's really insufficient. So we employ the use of something referred to as a clef. A clef will give us certain range of pitches so that at least we can cover as many pitches as possible on the keyboard. So when a clef is placed on the staff, we are able to name the lines and the spaces of that staff. Let us deal with, for the sake of this class, we will deal with only 2 clef symbols. The treble clef and what? The bass clef. While this gives us high range of pitches, this gives us what? Lower range of what? Pitches. Are we together? Are we together? Good. We said the staff has 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces. And each of these lines and spaces corresponds to a pitch on the keyboard. We also did see that the 5 lines and 4 spaces are inadequate to capture all the pitches on the keyboard. So in order to be able to represent as many pitches as we can on the keyboard, we employ the use of a clef. The clef is spelled clef, C-L-E-F, right? So when that clef is placed on the staff, then we have a certain range of pitches it represents. The treble clef, treble known otherwise as G clef, captures higher range of pitches, while the base or what clef, F clef, denotes lower range of what? All right. So let's look at it this way. We're going to name the clef. We're going to draw the staff. We're going to name each of the staff. Sorry, each of the lines and spaces on the staff. Let's begin with the treble. 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces. We've drawn the, and by the way, we read it from bottom to the top. Okay, are we together? This is how we draw the treble staff on the treble clef rather. We make a circle or a loop around G. The second line, which is referred to as what? G. Are we together? Because we say it's a treble or what's G clef. Why is it called G clef? Because it makes a loop on the second line. That second line is what? G. Then continue this way. Very simple to draw. This is very like memorize. It's not as high lines as 4 spaces. Definitely. This is like also. Anyway, can you see? From this we can name the rest of the lines and spaces. This will be E, this will be G, B, D. No. Why did I make such a mistake? This will be B, D, F. Are we together? We use the words every good boy deserves favor to remember, while the space F, A, C, E, face, face, F, A, C, E. All right. If you can't remember anything, at least remember that the second line is G, and you'll be able to name the rest. G, A, there's 2 H. G, A. Whenever we get to G, we go back to A. G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Since this is also a G, you can go on. Are we together? G, what was before G? What was before G? F. What was before F? E. Or at least remember that the first line of the treble staff is E. Once you know this, you can remember the rest. Are we together? Now, you get to realize that even in the high pitches, there are more than 9 notes that will be high, right? I know, like I can sing more than, should be able to sing more than 9 notes. Let's come out. Not today. Anyway, and we can produce as many as possible. So how do we get to represent the rest? Because even 5 and 4 are insufficient. So we make use of short horizontal lines. Okay, beneath or above the staff to expand the staff and accommodate for more pages. Okay, short horizontal lines. Those short horizontal lines are referred to as ledger lines. Ledger is spelled ledger. Ledger what? Are we together? So these short horizontal lines, they could be as many as possible, drawn either beneath or above the staff. They accommodate for more So represent more pitches if there is need. They are only drawn when there is a need to represent a note on that pitch. Are we together? Are we together? So the principle of naming the lines and spaces also apply here. Who can tell me what this line will be? How did you arrive at it? Let's clap up. Since this guy will be what? C. On the keyboard, it is not any C. It is a specific C. Because this is C and this is C. There's a specific C on the keyboard. The C that is nearest to the center of the keyboard. And so we name it middle C. Are we together? Are we together? All right. At this moment, I would like you to bring out your phones and download a keyboard. If you can find real piano, if you don't have a keyboard on your phone, please just download one on your keyboard. I mean on your phone rather. Download the keyboard on your phone. I use real piano on my phone. It's on Play Store. Are we together? Have we downloaded it? Okay, on it. Real piano, if you can find real piano on Play Store, it's fine. As far as you can find the keyboard, the piano, it's fine. Anyone you want to use. I don't try to download one that you'll be starting with. For those who have downloaded keyboards on their phones, you realize that the piano or synthesizer or organ, in most cases, have black keys that are short and white keys. Is that true? Yeah. You can also observe that the black keys are grouped in twos and what?
Threes.
And threes. In twos and what? And threes. All right. Each of these guys, they have names and they correspond to the names of the lines and spaces on the keyboard. Okay? So let us name the keys of the keyboard. Every chorister is supposed to be able to know, even if you can't play the piano, you should be able to at least touch the notes and know okay, this is where. Are we together? That is why we're actually having this class, because every chorister should be able to sing, to read music. Imagine that you are studying physics and you have a theory book, history of physics or history of architecture. And the teacher would have to read everything for you each time. Will you ever do the course? Maybe the history book is as big as this, but you need the teacher to always read it for you. That is what we have been. That's what we do here in Nigeria. We want the choir master to teach us everything. You know, many years ago, many centuries ago, we graduated from learning by by rote. You know, I see, you repeat. I see, you repeat. We basically learn by repetition and memorization. The world has long moved beyond that, thanks to the church. Anyway, so let's name the keys on the keyboard. The white key before the set of two black is called C. You know all these things. Why am I wasting my time? The white key before the set of three black is F. It actually follows an alphabetical order. So if you know C, you can know the rest. This guy will be D, this will be E, this will be what? G, this will be A, this will be B, C, D, and it continues. If you have a keyboard at home, don't bother cutting paper and writing the name out. You just weaken your brain. You weaken your ability to remember. See, just as you can see me without having to come and feel my face to know that I have been warned. So also we should be able to see him and recognize him. Are we together? So such that you know that the white key before the set of two black is C. The white key in between the sets of two black is what? D. The white key after the sets of two black is E. White key before the sets of three black, F. White key after the sets of three black. White key after the set of three blacks. White key after the set of three blacks. B. After the set of three blacks. B. Are we together? Yes. Are we together? Yes. All right. Let's do something on C, and then we'll actually sing this song. Because at the end of the day, I want you to sing this song, and you will sing it yourself without me teaching you. Because that's the key, right? We are one day is almost gone. We'll have 5 more classes. Ensure that you do all that I tell you so that you can get much from me, because at the end of 6 days, everything has what expired. Let me so ensure you grab as much as you can grab. By the way, music goes beyond reading, right? At the beginning of the class, I sang something. Yeah, someone who has studied music will say, that's a sequence. And then the next question will be, what type of sequence? Is it a real sequence? So it can't be a real sequence because the interval between the first and the second notes is a minor 6. The interval between the beginning of the second sequence, red C, is a major 6. Actually, I want to first minus first sequence. The point I'm only making here is music goes beyond what's reading. So if you can read music, it doesn't mean you have studied music. Just as if you can read a passage in English, does not mean you study literature. All right, so let's do something on the scale of C. Now we know these guys, we know all their names, so we can clean them. We don't need to write them. We are going to use semi-brief to represent certain things on the keyboard, on the staff rather. I'm happy you bought this marker. This is like one of the best. All right. This one is as good as not having anything. This one by itself. All right. See, it's not very bright. Okay, so let's do something on scale. We call it C major scale. It's something you already know. You've been singing it. You sing it almost every time you come for the examples. A scale, the series of notes. Okay, series of notes in ascending or descending order of pages. That is moving higher, right? One good thing about stack is it gives you a pictorial view or a graphical view of the representation of what you hear. When I wrote that stuff from Sonic Solver, some sound middle in stack, you can see that the middle, you can see the distance because of where it will be placed and where the tone will be placed. If we were to write in A minor, this would be your Mi and this would be your Do. So from here to here, you know that this note is higher than far higher than this, and not Mi Do, Mi Do. Anyway, let's take a look at this. We said a scale series of notes in ascending or descending order of pitches from the tonic to the tonic. So if it starts on C, it ends on C. That is for a major scale. You can have different kinds of scales. So let us remove that information. Okay, let's remove that information. Let's just say define scale as a series of notes in ascending or descending order of what? Which is, are we together?
Yes.
Now, what differentiates? There are different kinds of scale. There is a major scale, or there are major scales, or we have major scale, minor scale. We can talk of a pentatonic scale. We can talk of other types of scales, modes, church modes, Mixolydian, Dorian, and all those church modes. Because we're not dealing with church modes, we are dealing with just major and minor scales. But today, major scale. What is it that defines a scale that we know that this is a major scale and that it's not a minor scale? How do we differentiate? We get to differentiate by taking note of the intervals in between the notes, the intervals between the notes. And so for the major scale, the interval between the notes in the major scale are tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. You may have done that for those of you who did music. Maybe you didn't know what you're saying. Just told you major scale is tone, tone, semitone. Tone, 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 semitone. Now pick your keyboard. Everything I say is practical. I'm going to demonstrate it. Your keyboard on landscape, touch C, sound it. Next, 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 come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. So basically what we did is are we together? Now let us prove what we said. Tone, tone, semitone. Tone, 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 semitone. A tone distance is when we move from a key, we jump one guy and we move to the next one. Now many of you did this thing. You know those things we are doing those days. So when you jump one guy, you have moved what? A tone distance. When you move from one key to the nearest key, semitone distance. We sang between the tonic, the first note, to the next note, you jump to this guy. That is why it's what? A tone distance. Are we together? Between this guy, re, mi, we jump to this guy. So it's a tone distance. Mi, fa, There is no key in between. That is why it's what? Semitone. So what? So Latin. I was expecting everyone to say it. Latin. You see, and we can play a major scale in any of the keys. We just did it on C. With this idea, you can play it on any key. On C sharp, for instance. On D. On E. Or E flat. So don't can be anywhere depending on the key. All you need to do is to respect the tone, semitone, tone, semitone. We are dealing with songs. We are dealing with C major. You get to discover that we avoided all of these black keys in C major, right? So in C major, we don't need any of the black keys in the scale of C major. And so for key signature, there is nothing because we are avoiding all of the black keys. Let us go into real music. Right? Real music. We have just 9 minutes left. And we call it a day. Okay? We are piecing everything together. Let us piece everything together. But before we piece everything together, I want you to be able to recognize distance on the start. Because what makes one very good in sight singing is your ability to move from one note to the other without having to think of the interval. Okay, is the interval of a third? Or okay, is the interval of a fifth? You should see fifths when as it is on the start. Okay? All right. This is what I mean by interval. Sound this. Someone should give us C. Do, do. Thank you, Father. Your next.
Our next one on our rehearsal.
All right, so let us look at a second, a third. Let me just give you a little, what's the word? Yeah, on how to recognize seconds and thirds. When you move from a line to a space or a space to a line. There's a second movement. If this is low, this will be red. If this is red, this will be mid. If this is mid, this will be far. If this is far, this will be so. Right? If this is so, this will be far. Right? If this is far, this will be what? If this is mid, if this is red, if this is low, second, that's the movement of a second. Line to space or space to line. A third, line to the next line or space to the next space. This will be the third interval. Are we together? Third, it is best just looking at it. You may not even need to write plans. Just you know how to. You have a photographic memory. That's all. Third, second, third. A fourth line. You jump the next line and go to space, or space. You jump the next space and go to line. So this is it first. A fifth line, jump one line, go to the next line. Or space, space, jump the next space and go to the next. This is a fifth. Let's stop there. A sixth is just little above, one step above,
Below and up to.
No, not below and up to. One step above a fifth. A sixth is one step above a fifth. So take a look at this. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, octave. 8 PE is an octave. Take a look at this. What's the interval between this?
4.
4. That's good. You see very well. Let's do this. What's the interval between this? This is not a sixth. This is not a sixth.
Second.
What's this?
Second.
What's this?
6.
No, this is not a sixth.
Yes.
It's not up to a sixth.
6.
It's a fifth.
Yes.
So you see, you jump the first space and you went to the next space. What's this? Third. What's this?
6.
They're not in.
Damn it.
Let's count. Count the pairs is 1,
2,
line, 2,
2,
space, 3, line,
4,
space,
5,
line,
6,
space,
7,
line.
8.
You know how I just quickly knew that it's an octave? This is F, and next is also F. I know this is F, this is F, so I can easily see that it's an octave without having to count. Look at this. What interval is this?
Second.
Second. This?
5th.
No, it's not a fifth. Okay, yes, it's a fifth. It's a fifth. Sorry, it's a fifth. This
7.
is not up to, yeah, it's a seventh. The seventh. Yeah, it's a seventh. You are seeing very well. That's very good.
I mean, the middle, that's right.
Oh, that's good. This third. Good. This sixth. Sixth. This is more than 4. It's a 4. Do you understand what we just did?
No.
No. Oh no. You're lost. So lost. Look at what we have on the board. We have 4 minutes to leave here to finish this so that they can arrange. We said a second is from line to space or space to line. Third, line, jump from space to another line. Third, space, you jump a line, go to space. Fourth, line, space, line, space. Or space, you jump space and go to line. Fifth, You jump one line, or you jump one space from space. So this is how you recognize it. Just snap it and you're looking at it. Use it instead of thinking of how Nkechi refused to return your wig, your bone straight. Just look at this guy, be happy. Just look at it. That's going home, instead of worrying that you'll be getting leaks, just look at it. And the more you look at it, the more you are able to recognize it. You can only recognize what you have seen, what you have observed. If you've not observed it, you can't recognize it. Are we together? All right. So let's do a proper sum now today, so that we know that we spent 2 hours, and that's 2 hours was free. So we have just 2 minutes, and then we call it a day. Let's just go ahead. By the way, I'll give you that in group so that you can practice. Oh my God.
Hey, you know the thing at my own church. No, I'm waiting on this. I always say, he has all the rest, right?
Was it?
He has the rest of the songs. Lyrics.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, I've sent it. Something forward.
Sorry, just give this a second.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's still just like, that's one track that
Not so good at it because sometimes like, I went to the script and got check lyrics for each one just in case.
Thank you.
Everyone's not there to zero. That tries to take your job.
You just
Just something wrong. So somebody's exam.
just give this see. While I am sending, I'm looking for the one to send. Any question so far?
Victor, ask your question.
Any questions so far? Any questions so far? No question. All right. So let's all right. Here we go. Okay, now quality database number. Let's get that is all right. So take a look at this. Now, the note heads with stems up are the ones I want us to deal with. Okay. Uh, they are in the scales that are familiar, we are familiar with. So let's deal with the stems above. Before we attempt to sing, let us sound the rhythm. Then another process. We can see something here, this thing here, the fermata. Okay, it's not the fermata. It means pause on the notes, hold the notes together. All right, so let's sound the beginning. 1, 2, go. Together. 1, 2, go. Again. People are looking at it and seeing. It's not Chinese, it's music. Okay? You can recognize this, right? The ones with the stems above are the ones that we should deal with, concentrate on. Let me move it forward so that everyone else. All right, so let's do it. 1, 2, go. Beautiful. Now, you can see This is on the same pitch. This is an interval of a pulse. Can you see it? Second, 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 second. What's here? Four. So the highest interval we have is an interval of a pulse. This is on the third space. The third space in treble clef is what? C. And since the song is in the key of C, or likely in the key of C, because there's no key signature, it should be what? Atomic solver? No, that would be your no. Are we together? Such a C on the keyboard. So, everybody, we've sounded everything. Put the pitch on the rhythm. 1, 2, go. No, the line is the third. So, good. Again, go. Beautiful. So, now T. It's a second. So, if this is so, this will be La, this will be T. Are we together? 1, 2, go. Again. Again. Come here. 1, 2, go. From that place. Come here. Go. Again, from here. Go. Is it not simple? It's simple now. Did I sing it for you? Who sang it? Again, from the beginning to that point. 1, 2, go. Again. All right, so we call it a day. We end here so that others can come in to have their program. Are we together? So I'll send you this. Thank you. I'll send this to you. I'll send you the hymn book. I'll also send you the book on reading so that all we did today, you can practice them. Just practice. If you don't practice, I bet you when next we come, you'll be wondering why people are ahead and why you are behind. You'll be thinking that it's about your eyes. You'll not be doing like this, but there is not. The more you see, the less you understand. So to avoid that, just practice. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, go over your phone. Practice this song. In fact, finish it off. Avoid any notes you find something like this attached to it. When we come next class, we'll deal with what that is. Right? So, and this is it. This is called a closed score. With a closed score, you have more than one voice on the stack. So the notes that their stems are above is soprano. This is alto. This is tenor. This is bass. Try and sing the bass. You know, just avoid this guy. Avoid him. You know, just do that for the soprano to the end of the verse.
Right.
Just avoid only this guy. Avoid him. Just avoid him.
So the assignment is that we should all go and learn the song.
Yes, learn the song, but avoid this guy. Don't just say anything. When you get here, put an imaginary rest. So it will be sol, la, sol, sol, Do, sol, sol, si, do, si, do, sol. Anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Excellent. All right.
Any question? Before I pack up, any question? No question. Very, very nice people. They don't like ask questions.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Say phrases. Thank you all for coming. Thanks so much for your time. So it's really productive. So we learned a lot. On the support of what's I'm hoping that we actually do it because nobody's going to come back and start doing it from scratch. Because we made it very much. Quick announcements. Sorry. Please don't just come to the honest. I have very very we can't hear. I'm going to press your yeah. Even if okay, no, you and Harrison because yeah, the rest. No, this one I don't. So I'd like to try and secure so that we don't have any issues of time and Richard is not here, but Harrison, you and Richard, you are needed to charge so the first I'll send your numbers the parish guidance I'm going to give more announcements.
All right. This is the end of the meeting.
Okay. Okay. All right. Please do well to go over the things we've done today. There are so many pieces of information I gave you. Go over them. Still time. When you are home, you are off. Instead of watching people who have bad character in the name of real housewives of instead of watching those who have bad character. So instead of doing that, just go over the things we've done. Go over them. My master. In fact, I'll give you a song. When is your next practice? I'll give you a song you should learn on Tuesday. Please remind me every night so that photocopies will be made. You will sing the song. Right, if you wait till next week Saturday, I bet you'll forget almost everything. And you will not get the full package at the end of the day. So our nesting point by God's grace is to be able to sing songs in five at least 5 sharps and flats. Okay. We've not done what sharps are. We'll deal with that when we come next class. Key signatures of 5 sharps and flats. In fact, with these, you'll be able to sing on almost any key. But that's our targets. Thank you. Thank you very much. Should you have any? Anyway, you can.